What's up, everybody? Thumbs up the video when you come in, please. All right, so hey everybody. I was giving y'all a second to get in here because I know they like playing and not giving y'all notifications. What's up? Hey everyone, welcome. Thumbs up the video when you guys come in, please. What's up to all my mods? Shout out to y'all. Good day. Just so y'all know, after this, I'm gonna give y'all an energy check too. For those of y'all who've been waiting on that. What's good? Hey, thumbs up the video, everybody. All right, so for those of y'all who've been living under a rock, Ebony K. Williams is a lawyer, a black woman. That's a lawyer, and she had an interview with Ayanla last week, and she basically was asked a question about if she would date a bus driver by Ayanla. Excuse me, and she made a comment when Ayanla asked her. Was her answer was, "I would date him if he owned the bus." And child, when that woman said that, when I tell you the black community lost their minds, okay? They was like, oh my God, I know she did not say that we need to be owning no bus in order to be with her. Okay? So I want to real quick play you guys the response from Dr. Umar Johnson. I question where he got his doctorate degree from. I really do. I wonder what school, what is his credentials? And I'm not talking about what he telling people. I'm talking about like I want to see. You know, I really do. Cause I don't know, homie, Doctor, I'm not a big fan of his, but the more I listen to him, the more questionable he becomes to me. Just saying. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I want to play y'all his response, and then I'm gonna play y'all a little bit of the interview when Ebony went on the Breakfast Club recently, and what she had to say about what she said. Okay, so let me play this for y'all.
They are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes, they're not having the resources, and some of them are not even showing up in the leadership.
Would you date a bus driver? You. Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus,
See, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women.
No, the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is not off for where we stand as women. The standards and the criteria that we use to measure men are the standards and criteria that all women use to marry men. To measure men. So I don't understand why when you see black skin, for some reason, when the world sees black skin on a woman, all of a sudden the goalpost starts to move. All of a sudden, we aren't allowed to expect greatness from these so-called men that are supposed to be leading and protecting us, like Ebony just said. I don't understand why, as soon as a black woman opens her mouth and says that she would like to be protected and provided for by said men who not are asking for submission, are demanding submission from us, okay? Demanding submission, not thinking about the fact that submission, okay, this is called an equal give and take. There's a trade that happens between two people. When a woman submits, she submits to a man because he's providing and protecting. Those are the only two instances when a woman is going to submit to a man. Or he got a lot of money. Duh, right? But Ebony clearly said before Ayanla decided to snake her with this question. I don't even understand where the question came. It literally came from left field because Ebony made it very clear. Listen, I need protection. I need provisions. And then Ayanla just side eyed her like, "Oh no, would you date a bus driver? Like, what is this about? Like, why are we not allowed to demand that our men provide for us the basic necessities that all women require in a relationship? Why is it a big deal when a black woman says, I would like to be provided for? I would like to feel protected in my relationship, in my neighborhood, in my home. Why is it not okay for us to ask for that? And it's weird to me to see someone, these professionals, okay, like Ayanla, like Umar Johnson, responding the way that they do when we say things like this. I don't get it. If Ebony was a white woman, would this response been the same way? Would he have said what he about to say? Let me let y'all hear this nonsense. Okay?
At the end of the day, you are trying to condemn black men to justify dating white.
Did anybody hear her say anything about black men? Did you hear Ayanla or Ebony say anything about black men? She didn't even specify gender. She said, would you date a bus driver? That means a bus driver who could be a man, a bus driver who could be a woman, a bus driver who could be black, a bus driver who could be white, Asian. All types of people of all nationalities drive freaking buses. Okay? Like, why did he assume that she was talking about black men? I'll tell you why. Because black men know that they do not meet the standards. Black men know that they are not providers, and they know that they are not protectors. And they will get up on social media and tell you that they ain't about to be protectors or providers. That's why he took this personally. I question if Umar, the reason why he's never came out in a public relationship and showed a wife or a girlfriend or anything of the sort, is because he's not a protector or a provider. Because what's the problem? She's a well-established lawyer. She's like, what, millionaire status, if I'm not mistaken, or close to it, but very well established in the real estate industry. This woman is protecting and providing for herself. So why would, if I'm already in a position where I'm providing and protecting my own damn self, I'm already protecting myself, I'm already providing for myself, why would I allow you into my world and submit to you if you're not even going to give me at least that? That's the basics. She didn't even say anything about the money. It sounds to me like she was saying, if he's not motivated to be a owner of something, I'm not interested. Because that tells me a lot about his mindset. If he's not thinking about ownership, if he's okay with working for someone else, that's a problem. That's not the type of person I am. I don't think that way. We are not equally yoked. Okay? And that makes sense. And like, even on a scale of like where I am in life, right? I'm not rich. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not this well-established, educated attorney or anything like that, right? But I drove trucks. I drove trucks for 4 years. I don't even want somebody who's not an owner operator. And that's in the trucking industry. Why? We think different. People who are company drivers think very different from the people who are owner operators. Owner operators are a lot more careful with the way they spend. Not all of them, okay? I'm not speaking for all of them. I'm talking about a lot of the ones I met, okay? They're more responsible with saving their money. They're more responsible in investing their money. Every single time I met an owner operator in the trucking industry, he was always a business owner. Oh, I got 4 or 5 business. Oh, I own a barbershop. I got a hair salon. I'm in real estate. I have this. I have that going on. They're thinking about building. You understand? When you talk to the company drivers, oh, this company, they took my money. They didn't give me my last check. Oh, they treated me wrong. That's all you hear. It's a difference in the mindset. This woman has learned what works for her. She's saying, you don't match me in my thinking. I'm thinking about ownership. You're thinking about what? Complaining about your boss, racism, the white people don't treat you right on the job. That's what you over here complaining about. Okay, fine then. Don't work for them. Become an owner. Eliminate the problem. You be the boss. Let somebody complain about the way you treat them. It's simple. I don't get it. But listen to him.
If you are an interracial dater, if you are a bunny hopper, then what you are telling me is your whole diatribe, your whole rant against black men driving a bus was a justification so you can date a white man. I hope that ain't the case. Where the fuck is the group solutions at, Ebony K?
Now, what in the hell do her dating somebody who's not black have to do with this? What does that have to do with her statement? What the hell does that have to do with her statement? Ayanla no color involved. Would you date a bus driver if he owned the bus? How in the hell did he get? She's downing black men who drive buses in order for her to date white men. Sounds to me like if she's dating white men, she ain't even checking for y'all. So clearly, she ain't even talking about y'all. She's talking about her preferences. She's saying a white man, if we're going to take it where he took it. Right? Wouldn't she be talking to the men that she's interested in? Wouldn't she be talking to white men if white men are the ones that she's dating? She's saying to the white men that she's interested in, if you don't own the bus, I'm not going to date you. Because clearly she's not interested in black men. And I don't blame her. Moving on.
Are you related to Tasha K? Where the group solutions at?
Patty. What Tasha K got to do with anything? He thought he was funny, y'all. He thought that was cute. What do Tasha K have to do with anything? Like, black men are just so annoying. Like, seriously.
I saw that sister on the Breakfast Club this morning. What's her name? Erica K. Williams. What's the sister who was on there with Charlamagne and Envy today?
He trying to act like he don't know her
Very
damn name.
well-spoken sister.
You know her name.
I've seen her.
He know her damn
name.
name.
Who was on the Breakfast Club today? Peace, African. I'll see you when I get in there. Let me finish this live. What's the sister's name who was on there today? What's the sister's?
And dudes that run around calling black women they sisters all the time is a fucking annoying to me. Because, like, why? For what? I ain't your damn sister. We ain't got the same mama or the same daddy. Why are you calling me your sister? You trying to get in my panties? And I don't even understand why black women be giving it up for dudes that be yelling that shit. Because most of the time it's a setup. He only calling you his sister or calling you a queen or telling you you a goddess because he trying to get something. Then he gonna show his horns like Satan always do.
Brothers and sisters. Ebony K. Williams, well-spoken sister. She made some great points, but dear Ebony, that's not what you was talking, sweetheart. That's not what you was talking. You was on some talented bullshit, and you tried to take it back to the community this morning, sister. See, we can't talk out both sides of our mouth.
For the record, we got one damn mouth. Ain't no both sides of your mouth. You only got one fucking mouth. Like, there's no both sides. Like, dude, where did he get his degree from, bro? Like, I'm so confused. I want to see his degree. I want to know what university did he go to get his degree. What do you mean both sides of your mouth? How many mouths y'all got? Did I miss something? Like, what the fuck? Both sides of your mouth? Where? Like, ugh. This is annoying. Y'all, this is so embarrassing. This is the dude that, like, big, mega mainstream media calls on to listen to this garbage, that trash that comes out of his mouth. I hate that he speaks for the community. I absolutely freaking hate it. He's so annoying. Oh, God. And he's not smart. Like, who? Oh, this is annoying.
Talk out both sides of our mouth, sister.
What?
We can't talk out both sides of our mouth. I didn't disagree with much of what you said today, but that's not what you said the other day, sister. You was talking down to working class blacks. You are a bourgeoisie.
So,
You are a bourgeoisie feminist, and I hope to God you wasn't engaged to a white man, because I thought somebody said you was engaged to a white man.
like, so, it's a lot of bougie black women. It's a whole bunch of them. I did a reading on Mariah Carey, and people tried to get mad at me because it looked like she don't like dealing with lower class people like us. They was like, oh, she ain't got no problem with black people. I didn't say she had a problem with black people. I said she had a problem with people who don't make as much money as her. Isn't she like a multi-millionaire? She don't even like people in the music industry that don't make as much money as her. Why am I not allowed to mingle with the class that I'm representing? Like, really? So you expect Beyonce to be out here dating a bus driver? Like, you expect Rihanna to be out here? Like, people normally date within the same financial group that they're linked with. Like, where do you think this woman is out eating at? Church's Chicken? Like, millionaires, I mean, I'm not gonna say millionaires don't eat Church's Chicken, but like, I don't see Ebony as the type of chick that's walking around in the hood dating dudes that's on the corner or riding the bus. Like, I just don't see that. She educated herself, for God's sake. She probably doesn't live in an area where it's predominantly black. She probably doesn't drive the average vehicle that black people drive. Or lower class people. Let's not even say black people, because we don't want to make it about color, because she never said anything about color. Like, if I'm in a certain tax bracket, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be dating within that tax bracket. Like, isn't that just like common sense? Or are we stupid or dumb? Okay. A woman, first of all, who's a lawyer and who makes good money, 9 times out of 10, she's not going to encounter very many black men, because that's not the norm for black men. She's probably going to have access to more white men than any other type of man. Let's just be real here. Like, the fuck?
Ebony, I better not find out your ass was swimming in the milk. If I found out your ass was swimming in the milk, I'm going to lose a lot of respect for you, sister.
I better not find... Like, who is he, her daddy? Is he not threatening her? Like, I bet not find out you been over here messing with them white dudes. I bet not. What you gonna do? First of all, you need to go get your hair did. What is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? Like, this dude... Oh.
Because what that tells me, if you were with a damn Neanderthal snow puppy, then you're telling me, at the end of the day, you are trying to condemn black men to justify dating white. If you are an interracial dater, if you are a bunny hopper, then what you are telling me is your whole diatribe, your whole rant against black men driving a bus was a justification so you can date a white man. I hope that ain't the case.
Listen, if that's what the F he heard, then this dude is slower than y'all. Listen, y'all gotta listen. I know black people that a lot of times black folks really, they looking for a leader. They looking for somebody to like validate them and what they feel. And we we need a Malcolm X and Black Power and all of that. But bruh, this ain't it. This ain't it. Like, this, bro. Anyways, Ebony took her ass on the Breakfast Club, okay, and she defended what the fuck she had to say. So I'm gonna play y'all just a little teensy bit of that. We ain't gonna go all crazy with it, but I want y'all to see what she had to say, okay? And just for the record, now that I done seen this Breakfast Club interview, I really like Ebony. I wish she did hang with lower class people, because I would definitely be trying to be her fucking friend. Me and this lady think alike, okay? She might be higher class than me, damn it, but we both think alike, let me just say, okay? So real quick, I think it's like maybe 5 or 6 minutes, but let me play this out real quick. I'm going to try not to talk shit until it's done, okay? Like, hold on. Y'all thumbs up the video, please. Everybody, please thumbs up the video real quick. Y'all, real quick, thumbs up the video. I'm about to play y'all what Ebony had to say, okay? And y'all about to find out why I like her. Y'all about to find out. No, I'm not saying I'm lower class, but compared to her with like multi-millions and the lawyer and educated and all that, yeah, I'm beneath her. I mean, in her eyes, And I'm not trying to speak for her, nothing like that, but like multimillionaires don't hang with people like me. Like, what the fuck? They don't. It just is what it is, and I'm not taking it like, as a shot to me or anything like that. If I listen, I'm gonna be honest. If I made multi millions of dollars, I am not going to be hanging with people that are like, truck drivers and not in the same field. If I'm an educated lawyer who makes multi millions and I'm investing in real estate and I'm an upper class woman, I'm going to find people that think and behave and live in the same area I do. I'm sorry. I'm not, and that's not even, and I'm being honest because I don't meet that criteria. And I'm not saying I'm lower class. I'm just saying to her, if you were to compare apples to oranges, yeah, she got it like that. Look at the black people who don't. Look at how many black people get money, elevate, and then stay around the people that they were staying around before they had money. What ended up happening? They toe tag them. They rob them. They treat them like shit. They use them. All of those things are a possibility. The more money you make, the more you become a target to people who don't make the money you make. It's not safe being in a position that she's in. It's not safe to hang around lower class people. I'm just saying. Okay? And even if you're going to build in those communities, it's not safe for you to be there. It's not. Okay? Let's just keep it a stat. But she went on the Breakfast Club. This is what Umar's talking about. His response was actually to this video. Not necessarily the one that he did with Ayanla. She did with Ayanla. But his response was to this.
First of all, as I started with my Holding Court episode, offer gratitude. Because I think what we know, the fact that this conversation with myself and Dr. Ayanla, shout out to my soror, it aired last week. And let's talk about what's happened since then. We've had a whole White House Correspondents' Dinner, which Roy Wood Jr. killed. Shout out to Roy. We've had the Met Gala. We've got a war in Ukraine and still a war in Sudan, and yet folks is still talking about this shit more than anything else. And I think that speaks to something, right? Mm-hmm. I think it speaks to the insatiable nature of the fact that we've got to have this conversation as black men and women, and we talking about the black family structure and black wealth building, and all of those are tenets that are tethered to why this has hit such a nerve and why it's reverberating. In a way, Tyrese posting about it, Jason Lee posting about it, the Shade Room posting about it, Spiritual World posting about it, Ava DuVernay in the comments, Viola Davis in the comments.
What was Viola saying?
We get to it. So that's a good thing. I want to start by that framework. Nothing about this is negative. People are disagreeing. People are feeling away. We're going to talk about it. But I want to start by the framing that this is, we cannot have rupture in the culture and not do the work of repair. So to me, this is a conversation about repairing and restoring what has historically been a productive, valuable conversation and relationship between black men and women that somehow, some way has gotten away from us.
Well, yeah, I think it's two different conversations. Like I watched the full, I don't care who.
There's a lot of people that don't know what you're talking about. That might have just tuned in and have no idea.
So, Frank, go ahead, Frank.
Do they live under a rock?
Some people, because you have to tell people what you're talking about.
Okay. What are we talking about?
It's some from comments that, because I don't want to misconstrue, because we only had a small piece of your conversation with Ayanla.
Sure.
So during your Ayanla conversation, she asked you if you would date a bus driver.
So let me back up for 1 second and be correct. I invited Ayanla on my Griot show. That Griot show airs on Byron Allen's network. The Griot airs every night at 6. Let's first of all start with this whole shit is y'all's fault. This whole shit is y'all's fault here at the Breakfast Club. No, love y'all. Y'all had Ayanla on. And Ayanla made a statement on the Breakfast Club morning show, and she said that a lot of young black ladies out here are men in skirts.
Which you agreed with.
Which I found very provocative. Did I not call you that day? I said, oh, this is spicy. I would love to participate in this conversation. And then you do what you always do, and you went radio silent. That's cool. So then I invited everybody that knows Charlamagne and is a loving relationship with Charlamagne, know that's the shit he pulled. It's cool. I've never had so it's cool. It's always love for 7 years. So then I said to my team, I said, reach out to Ayanla, let's book her, let's bring her on the grill, because I want to have the conversation, and probably more productively, right, y'all? Black woman to black woman. Yep. Let's talk to each other. And also generation to generation. Let's talk to each other.
Yeah, she old.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was going to say
you
season.
should hope to get to that age.
That's it.
Oh, no, of course.
We don't know alternative.
I want to age.
Amen. Gracefully, beautifully. Okay, so Ayanla comes on, and I say, this is the framing I say to Dr. Vonzon, to Ayanla. I say, sis, doctor, soror, talk to me about what you would recommend black women do in terms of our posture and positioning when you're right. I am showing up in a posture of building, providing, and protecting my own self. I'm showing up in masculine energy, as you would call it. Yep. I'm conceding your point. But tell me how you would guide me to not do so when, I'll be honest, I don't really feel like I can trust that if I don't do it, that there's going to be adequate, keyword there, adequate provision and protection if I don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And
just how you said it.
That's exactly how I said it, right? And she said, beloved, would you date a bus driver? And then the clip goes. And then I did stare into the abyss because I wasn't really sure where we were going. But okay, because she is an elder and she's also my soror in the deference, if you know, you know, I'm going to go with you. Mm-hmm. So I honestly answered y'all in that moment. If he owned the bus. And that's what I said, Envy. But what people heard based on the comments, that I said bus drivers wasn't shit. People heard that I said that bus drivers broke, don't make no money, ain't got no benefits, and that they were beneath me. That somehow was the interpretation of me saying that I will date a bus owner. Now, let me tell you what I actually said, and this is what the whole Holding Court shit was about. Go check that out right now where you get your podcast, Holding Court with FDK Williams featuring Dustin Ross. I said on Holding Court, y'all, let me tell you why ownership is it for me. It's not about salary. Y'all made it about salary. Y'all started debating 125 a year versus 160 a year versus 200 a year.
Well, you did quote stats before you went into the thing with Ayana. And you talked about women earn more money than men.
And I talked about black women buying more homes. We buy homes at single black women are buying 20% of the market share of new real estate on the market. I know because I just closed last summer and it was a shit show in underwriting. That's another conversation.
They're graduating more. They're in college. Yeah.
I think I said it to you, Charlamagne. You guys do so much work on the Breakfast Club about what? HBCUs. Yeah. And I was devastated when my good friend Eugene Scott sent me a post, Washington Post article that said black men are going to HBCUs 1 to 2. It's 2 to 1 for black women graduating. So these are things we got to look at. Because you have daughters, and you have daughters, and some of y'all in here got daughters. And if they're going to want to partner and marry men, and black men at that, and they're going to want to build together, as you two cite your marriages as examples of, we gotta talk about how people can be equally yoked. So back to ownership, Charlamagne. I said ownership is key for me. Why? Not because I'm a bougie bitch. This is not about everybody being a Harvard surgeon. This is about this book right here, Bet on Black. You've read it, Charlamagne. Y'all were at the party. Y'all know what time it is. It's hard to be free in America as a black person when you don't own anything.
Listen, this woman, I don't give a damn what Umar cry about. I don't care nothing about these black men in this community running around here skeeting all over their damn self crying because she's demanding more from them. And see, let me just say this, right? I don't want to make this about race, but because black men did, I'm going to go there. I'm going to hit below the belt. Like, I remember, right, you guys, I was born in 1980, right? And I remember coming up in the 90s when you started to see more and more like interracial dating in like the hood, right? Because the black women in the hood were very like aggressive. We were very territorial. We didn't really allow too many white people to just come into our neighborhood. Well, at least in New York where I was born, okay? I can't speak for all neighborhoods because I didn't live in all neighborhoods. But we were very territorial, and we wasn't just letting the average white person just come up in our hood and be holding an arm, a little Tyrone Jr. and think she finna just walk through the hood. We wasn't with that shit, right? But I remember when I started dating, and I remember guys, you know, when you dating somebody and you asking questions, right? And you're like, hey, would you do this? And would you do that? And do you do this? And do you do that? And do you like this? And do you like that? And I remember going on dates with guys. And you know, of course, things had progressed to where we were now comfortably talking openly about like our desires and stuff like that. And I remember guys would say weird shit like, and this is in the 90s, guys, like the late 90s, close to like 2000. Guys would say shit like, oh, do you suck, you know, penis? And I would be like, no. And they were like, oh, you ain't gonna let me go in your buttocks? And I'm like, no. And they were like, oh, I'm gonna go get me a white girl. And I would be like, damn, white girls out here doing that? Like, word? Like, and listen, how would I know? I had never dated a white person before at that time, so I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. But what I'm specifying is when it comes to people's preferences, right? I don't understand why there's such this huge gigantic debate about what she prefers. There's plenty of black men who's come out and said, somebody just put in the comment section, Lil Wayne and 50 Cent both came out and said, I don't date girls from the hood, I date girls that got money. Right. Because they're not in the hood anymore. Hood girls that are broke will likely set you up, likely get you toe tagged. Look at the rappers and the guys who are in the industry now that they believe has been set up by women because they don't know how to stop messing with the ghetto girls when they start making money, right? But like truth be told, I remember the time when black guys would say weird shit like oh, you hey Cynthia G in here, y'all welcome Cynthia. But yeah, black guys used to say weird shit. Oh, I'm gonna go get me a white girl. Oh, or you would say certain things to him like, oh, you need a better job, or babe, you need to work some overtime or something like that. Oh man, I need to just go get me a white girl, right? They would say weird shit like that. And this is like back in the day, like my early dating, like before I got married and stuff. And like the funny part to me about it is as I elevated, as I became more successful, and listen, I ain't got shit against a bus driver. I don't have nothing against a bus driver because I've been a truck driver. I was a truck driver for 4 years before I got up here on YouTube. So I'm in no way, shape, form, or fashion. That's the same credentials that I had to have in order to drive trucks. The only difference is they chose to drive a bus and I chose to drive a truck, right? And probably pay would be different. But I was very responsible with, and mind you, I didn't qualify for anything else. I was married for 16 years. I was a stay-at-home mom for many, many years. Okay? In bondage. Okay? Just so y'all know, if you think about getting married, it's bondage, bitch. I'm telling you what I know. Okay? But I was married for 16 years and I didn't qualify for anything. When I did have jobs, it was like a little restaurant here or there. And I would go just do that because I would either get bored or he'd be pissing me off and I just wanted some extra money. But my ex-husband literally was a truck driver and he was a chef. And we had 2 credit cards. I had one and he had the other one. And he would basically put money on the card. I mean, it was a lot of money, but he would put money on the card and pay all the bills, and I would have my little, spending money or whatever. But when he would get pissed off, the very first thing that would happen is the money would start looking funny. Control, 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 control. You get what I'm saying? So I understand where Ebony's coming from when she's saying, listen, if you would like for me to date you, you need to have an ownership mindset, a building mindset, a protection mindset. You have to be, listen, guys, and this is no bullshit, not even being on Ebony's level. People like me, like I said, I'm not the most successful person in the world, but I don't date guys who are riding buses. I don't date guys who don't own homes. I don't date guys who are not, who doesn't have some background in long-term relationships. I need him to be able to understand where I'm coming from. I don't date guys who don't have children. I need you to be able to understand where the fuck my mindset is. Now, I don't want you with no babies. Okay? These need to be some big-ass, grown-ass kids around this bitch. Okay? Because, look, we ain't doing no fucking newborns and 3-year-olds and all that shit. Fuck you. Kiss my ass. I ain't doing it. I ain't gonna be nobody's stepmama. I'm just saying. That's my preference. I don't want to do it. Okay? I don't. But I need to be able to converse with you when we're having dialect. If me and my partner is sitting around and we're talking, right? I want to make sure that we're vibing. So when I'm talking to you, you're not looking at me like I'm from Mars and you're from fucking Venus around this bitch. Right? If I'm talking shit, my son done pissed me off and I'm like, yeah, he like, baby, how your day went? Oh, I'm all right. TJ done pissed me the fuck off. I want to punch him in the face. He be like, yeah, you got to calm down, baby. You know, little Junior did me like that before. Let me tell you how I fixed it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I need somebody, if I'm having an issue, this motherfucker can help me fix it. You can't help me fix the issue where I want to choke my son out until he damn near looking like George Floyd if you don't understand how the fuck kids be acting sometimes. You understand? Like I need you to be able to understand where I'm coming from, or we're not gonna make sense. That's what equally yoked is. People don't seem to understand what the fuck equally yoked is. Equally yoked means I understand where you're coming from. I also am in the same position that you're in. So we can meet. We can meet. We can build because we both have a building mindset. Okay? We can grow because we both want a relationship that makes sense. We can conquer because we both are interested in real estate. We both are interested in home ownership. We both are interested in financial freedom. We both are interested in making sure that our children grow up in a safe environment. That's what the fuck equally yoked is. Like, why would she be out here dating a bus driver? Like, what the fuck? I wouldn't even date a fucking bus driver. You know what I'm saying? Unless homeboy had something else going on with himself that I could understand, or we can meet in the middle. Like black men, yo, listen. I'm gonna say this from my heart, because I think that we're at the point now, right? And this is the way I see it. All right, this is my own personal view of what I see. I see a fight happened, right? It was a really, really brutal fight. It happened over 400 years ago. And it was against black men and white men. And black men got their ass beat. And y'all, this is a really, really bad fight. This fight included, kicking them out their houses, pillaging their land, toe tagging their women and children, toe tagging them, okay? Taking their pussy right in front of their family, forcing them into fields to pick cotton and all other types of resources in order for them to make money. Torture. It included a lot of stuff, right? But this was a really, really, really brutal and bad fight. And the white men, when they got done doing all the stuff that they did to black men, they walked off and they left. And over 400 years later, black men are still laying on the ground in the same fucking spot crying. Talking about, we walking past, we going, hey man, what's wrong? Why you down there? I got beat up. When you got beat up 400 years ago, you got beat up 400 years ago. Here go black women. Come on, baby, get up. I'll help you. I'll put you in the house. I'll do your resume for you. I'll help you get a job. I'll take you out. I'll buy you some clothes. I'll let you could drive my car. And then they still going, well, yeah, I got a job, but I can't elevate at my job because the white man. Because, dude, listen, everybody around the whole entire planet knows that y'all got y'all ass beat 400 years ago. But when the fuck are you going to get up? You going to just lay there? You just going to just lay there? Just for 400 fucking years and counting, you just going to lay there? You just going to lay there. Everybody got their ass beat. This is the part that black people are forgetting. Every single nationality of people that are walking around on this planet, they were all enslaved people. All of them. Okay? Now, everybody else didn't lay there and let them, take their pussy and rape and pillage their land and do that part to their kids and stuff like that. But only black people did that. But everybody took part in the whole slavery expedition. Everybody else said, okay, they beat us the fuck up. Let's go to the Supreme Court. Bitch, give me some money so I can rebuild my shit because you took it. Okay? Give me some money so I can rebuild my shit because you took it. They got their money. They rebuilt their shit and now they're fine. Their economies are doing fine. As a matter of fact, their economies are doing better than this one, a lot of them. Okay? So I'm trying to figure out, black men, everybody knows you got beat up 400 years ago. We all know. Okay, everybody know it was a fight, bitch. You lost. Okay, and not only did you lost terribly, you lost so bad to where they was incentivized to go and do more fucked up stuff to you because you was such a pussy during the fight that they was like, you know what? Let's see what happened if we just take their pussy in front of their kids. What they gonna do? Like they just went and sat around and had meetings on more shit that they can do to y'all because they couldn't believe that you bitches wouldn't even fight. Okay, everybody knows that happened. But my question is, how long are you going to lay on the ground in the same spot crying that you got beat up over 400 fucking years ago? I mean, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? I mean, from what I was taught, and to deal with a bully, you're supposed to confront the bully, right? Ain't that how you get rid of bullies? You confront them. You say, hey, this motherfucker bullying me. Let's fight. And then if I get my ass beat, at least the bully knows that I'm willing to fight and defend my fucking self. You guys aren't doing anything. Y'all not doing nothing but talking shit. Talking shit. Opening your mouth, crying all over the place. Every time somebody call you out and tell you to stand up and be a better person, the first thing that come out your mouth, the white man. No. Excuse me. Let me tell you something. The modern black woman is the woman y'all have a problem with, because modern black women ain't listening to your bullshit no more. We don't give a fuck about your complaints. We don't care that you're fucking mad. We want you to get up off the fucking ground. The fight ended 400 plus years ago, bitch. We don't feel sorry for you no more. No one does. White people never felt empathy for you. We don't now either. We see you. You won't get up. It's like, what was that commercial? I've fallen and I can't get up. Black men are like, I've fallen and I won't get up. Get your ass up. Why are your women out earning you? Why are your women out buying houses? Why are your women excelling? Why are your women more educated than you? Why? This shit is a choice. This shit is y'all choosing to be looked at the way y'all being looked at. Y'all choosing to stay on the bottom of society. Y'all choosing to not raise y'all children. Y'all choosing to take guns and go and toe tag each other. Y'all choosing this shit. And we tired. We are tired of listening to you lying. Y'all bitches is lying. And we don't want to hear that fucking shit no more. So we gonna leave you where you at. Driving buses. Or you can pick yourself up. Go in the house. Wash your little dirty ass drawers. And your ass. Okay? Go build something. And stop talking about a fucking Black Wall Street that was 100 years ago. Because we don't give a fuck. Ain't none of us 100 years old. Bitch, Black Wall Street don't mean shit to me. You understand? It don't. It don't affect me at all today. What the fuck are you going to do in 2023? Y'all are the weakest link. The weakest. Everybody sees you. Everybody's paying attention. Everybody see your violent asses. Everybody see y'all beating women all upside their head, toe tagging all these pregnant women and children. We see you. Get your broke sorry ass up off the ground and go build something. That's what the fuck Ebony said. Now, she said what the fuck she said. And she meant what the fuck she said. And don't nobody feel sorry for you. Nobody cares. Okay? Get up, bitch. And I said what I said.